willing to litigate. This agency has to be willing to go into court and, take some losses from time to time.
When you have the power of the state, and you're supposed to only bring cases and only make rules that you think are going to pass judicial muster.
Hey, everybody. It's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And oh, the irony of that. In that intro, Clayton is basically a pot calling the kettle black. In Spanish, they say the donkey talking about ears. In India, they might say a bald person making fun of someone's hair. And in Norway, okastasten I glasshus means don't cast stones at a glass house. In today's mixed market, you're looking at the top 50 by market cap at the time of this recording. And you can see Solana is up. It's based on some news, a new feature, a cross-chain bridge. It's called the Bridge. And it's going to allow Solana users access to applications on other blockchains without wrapping the token. That's a big deal. Yeah, they say it's going to be more secure, but more importantly, it's going to have fantastic liquidity. I love the interoperable expansion happening in this space for lots of reasons as a user, but also I believe it's going to greatly reduce the tribalism. All right, let's get into some good stuff.
So-called automated market makers, decentralized exchanges popular in today's DeFi markets, enable FX trading and settlement for financial institutions. Wholesale CBDCs originate from the domestic platforms. They can be transferred between the domestic platforms and the international network using bridges.
More expansion with bridges, this time from the Bank of International Settlements with Project Mariana. A new interim report and video was released today. And the CBDCs that aren't even here yet, well, they are deep figuring out DeFi solutions with market making. They're targeting the FX industry, which is with its 7 trillion daily trading volume. The report has the ERC20 tokens testing on an Ethereum smart contracts platform. And wouldn't it be so curious? Check this out. I shared today what turned out to be very popular. On GitHub, I found the Certic audit company, which made a security assessment on the XRP Ledger automated market maker, and it looks pretty good. There's 59 pages, and they found 31 findings. 29 were resolved, 2 are remaining, but they're minor and have been acknowledged. So this was something that was introduced back in September 2022. And the support will add the automated market maker core functionality a reality. We're going to do that with the LPT, Liquidity Provider Tokens. There were 19 devs that contributed. A couple of them have been on my channel, and I'll surely have them on again soon. This is just awesome for those of us who wish to participate in DeFi. Allow me to jump to Japan with a lot going on in the last 24 hours. SBI added Shiba Inu, DAI, and Atom, part of the Cosmos ecosystem. Now with Shiba, don't laugh because they have a loyal worldwide community and it's moving into NFTs and the Metaverse. And then you have DAI, which is really a solid Ethereum ERC20 compliant token managed by MakerDAO, linked to the US dollar, growing in popularity. The Atom token, part of the Tendermint ecosystem, is used for governance. They are all three very good additions. Ripple's Emi Yoshikawa was on a panel today with Tomohiko Kondo, the executive managing director of SBI VC Trade in Kyoto. A lot of people flew in, and it's the IVS 2023 crypto event. I don't think there's anywhere else in the world that you can have two members of the Man-Shoot Moon Club with a real, authentic, traditional Maiko-san. A Maiko-san is an apprentice to become a geisha. I think the most precious part of Kyoto culture. And of course, a little cosplay from Stella Fantasy. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida opened the event and talked about the national Web3 strategy. That is a really serious business here in Japan. Tonight, Emmy had a Ripple networking event, and it just ended. Since I think the big news today was about automated market makers, I'm going to let David take you out. Yeah, I have to tell you, every time I hear David speak, I get inspired. And so I hope that this little clip does the same for you. And in the latter part, he talks about what he is most excited about and explains some of the benefits of this coming automated market maker. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
So it's funny. I was on a podcast for CTOs once, and we told them ahead of time that I'm not like a traditional CTO. And so I got it. The first question on the podcast was when they said to me, they said, David, you're CTO at Ripple. Your people told us ahead of this podcast that you're not the traditional CTO. So I just have to ask, what is a traditional CTO? And I thought that was really funny because, it's one of those roles that, has different definitions from different people. There's not always a, particular set of things that they do. Obviously, a lot of what I do is sort of being a technical ambassador for Ripple, talking to people about what Ripple does. I'm the repository as employee number 2 of all of the decisions that we've made and why we made them. So if somebody looks at decisions like, why did we do that? I know the reason why we did it. And it may or may not hold up over time. But at least like if a decision looks really bad, it helps to know why the decision was made because maybe there are reasons that you don't know. So I'm the sort of official repository of why we did things the way we did them. But also a lot of what I do is about the company strategy. We're like a leading company in a rapidly evolving space. And so we're building products for customers that don't exist. And we're trying to predict where the market's going to be when our initiatives come to fruition. And when you do that, you can't just ask your customers what they want because your customers don't exist yet or you don't know who they are. And so it's a little bit more of a discipline of tracking what's going on in the space, external changes like regulation, technology, internal ideas that you have, and then aiming that into a strategy and then fine-tuning that. And that's a significant fraction of really what all of the senior leadership at Ripple does, but I particularly tend to focus on that. I have 0 reports. There's nobody who reports to me. There's nobody who will say that I'm their boss, which I like. One of the things that I learned early on is if there's something you have to do, then you have to do it, or it doesn't get done. That's what it means when there's something you have to do. When there's nothing that you have to do, that means that you can apply yourself where you think the benefits are the greatest. There's nothing that if I don't do it, it won't get done, which is nice. I can go away for a year. I would like to think Ripple would do things a little worse. If I could go away and everything's exactly the same, why am I doing this? But I mean, there's nothing nothing specific that wouldn't get done. It's just those things that I add wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm. What can we expect next from Ripple? What are you most excited about? What are the biggest innovations that we can look forward to at Ripple and with the XRP ledger?
Well, the one that I'm personally most excited about, but this may have to do with quirks of my personality, is the automated market maker proposal. I'm just personally really excited about that. I've been trading Forex and other types of market making for 30 plus years. And just the way the automated market maker works. So I'll give the short version of why it's interesting to me is in almost every other arena, volatility is a minus. An automated market maker turns volatility into yield. Which is super, and I could go on an hour about the math, but volatility is inefficiency, and inefficiency can always be solved at a cost. You can always make a profit by reducing some inefficiency, unless there are and normally you can't because there are market obstacles. So, for example, trading stocks is expensive and slow and all of that. But the transaction fee on the XRP ledger is a tiny, tiny fraction of a penny. The transaction completion time is 10 seconds or less. So like the mechanics, the efficiency is so high. It's going to be very interesting to me to see, what that does as far how that performs. Super exciting for me personally. I don't know that other people are as excited about it as I am. I hope they are because I think it's cool. And we've done some unique things in the way we implemented it, ways that I think will improve essentially the yield. It's effectively a way to lend money to an automated machine that makes money through implementing trading strategies and through making markets. So we'll see if that delivers on my excitement.